Welcome to part 167 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Let's Play series. I don't think I'm going to be doing as much solo mode in today's video, not like I did a lot. But I think today's video will probably be much shorter than yesterday's. The reason why yesterday's live stream was so long, or not the last live stream I did, the last Let's Play live stream I did. The reason why that one was longer was because it was a lot in part because of the Duel trial, but that's over now. So I'm thinking today's episode will probably be a lot shorter. And in order to fill the time, if it ends up going a little short, I can do the New Year's celebration bundle. That should be fun. I can open that alongside some legacy packs. Yeah, that should be pretty fun. But yeah, as always, if you enjoy my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, you have the bonus of being able to select that notification bell to have it notify you of maybe specific live streams that you want to go to, so you don't have to be notified of all of them. Because I'm pretty much always going to do live streams again. They're just going to be like regular live streams and then like a few like more official live streams. Like when I say regular, like they just take the place of the regular videos. But then I have more official live streams. I'm going to be having 2 official live streams in this new month. One, I'll do a poll on which game you want to see that's not Master Duel that I have and that I can play for the PlayStation 4. And the other live stream will be an extra long Master Duel live stream. Maybe it'll be whatever the next festival is, or maybe it could be solo mode. But I think there should be a festival coming, so I think maybe I'll just wait until the festival comes and do a live stream showing the festival alongside solo mode, and that's what I can do there. Yeah, but I'll be getting the poll out for the game to give you plenty of time. I'll be getting that. I'll probably try to get that poll out tomorrow. And what I can do is I can do an RNG list of like all the games I have, and then whichever are the top 5, I'll be doing the poll with. Those will be the 5 games I do the poll with. And I'll probably end it a little bit early too, before the live stream, in case you vote on a game that maybe I don't have the very first game of, and I still need to get that first game. But I think that's how I'm going to do it. Like if I have part 2 of something, I'm just going to get part 1, so I have part 1 of it as well. If it comes to that. Yeah, mostly voting on physical, but I do have a few digital games also that I ended up buying from the PlayStation Store when they went at a discount. So that should be pretty fun. Yeah, and you can also be notified of nothing up until I get the get to these other games. And once you see a game that you actually enjoy, maybe you can start being notified of that. And I don't know, I don't think, especially for the longer games, I'm probably not going to get them done in one stream, so I'm probably going to have to dedicate more than one stream to it. So what I'll do is that whatever the game you pick, that's going to be what the non-Master Duel stream is going to be on every month until I get it done with. But I'll probably play it for a good few hours every stream, maybe like 3 or 4. Just like the official Master Duel stream, maybe like 3 or 4, something like that, 3 or 4 hours. Anyway, let's get into the news. But before I get into the news, I'm gonna at least say the verse so you can start thinking about it, and then I can do the first discussion later. So it reads, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." That is coming from Genesis 1:1 NLT. A New Living Translation, for those curious what translation it was. So yeah, you can go, anyone who may be watching can go ahead and start thinking about it. And I'll go ahead and say the verse discussion a little later. Oh yeah, and also, I want to tell you a little bit about the upcoming live stream thing. Like, I figured it out. I thought I didn't, but I was definitely making it harder than it need to be because it didn't look like I did right, but I did. So I don't need to really go into all detail, but like I figured out how to do it. I thought I needed streaming software in order to show off the upcoming, but it turns out I don't, because I can just delete it and just do a PlayStation 4 like live. I can't do a PlayStation 4 upcoming, unfortunately, so I have to do it that way. But luckily it's not as easy, it's not as hard as I was making it to be, so that's good. And I got a new custom thumbnail, if you saw it, so that should be pretty cool. I thought like today's looked pretty nice. I decided to try out a different background this time, something more fitting to the Genex solo mode that we're going to be doing today. Yeah, we have one more duel left with that, and as you saw, it was as a little bit of a preview. It's Ninja with the Genex versus the Fortune ladies with the Genex. Hopefully you guys like understand that like that the other that the Fortune that hopefully the thumbnail wasn't confusing you and thinking that it's pure Fortune ladies and pure ninjas. Hopefully enough of you understand that like whatever the solo mode gate is, whether it be like Genex or Sword Soul, like there's always going to be a little bit of that archetype also within the decks as well. I thought maybe that was obvious, so I didn't want to like put in too many different pictures. I also wanted you to be able to see the background fairly clearly, and the more pictures I put in, the less you could actually see the background, so I didn't want to cover that up too much. So hopefully it wasn't too confusing. So yeah, and once again, I'm still doing the same lowest graphics setting. Just continue to do that at least until I get better equipment. So hopefully you guys are all okay with that as well. But yeah, there's a new season of ranked duels, so that's cool for anyone who's interested in that, in ranked duels. I'm not too interested in ranked duels myself, but there's also this bundle here, which should be pretty cool. You get 30 master packs. Oh, this actually has guaranteed. I'm not sure if they have like guaranteed before, but this one has guaranteed 3, at least SRs, and at least 3 of them, so that's pretty nice. And maybe some of them. Oh, I think that means that you're definitely going to get 3 SRs. Yeah, you're definitely going to get 3 SRs. You might, but if I'm lucky, I might be able to get some URs as well. It's probably a pretty good chance I get URs as well, because I'm opening 30. And there's also limited edition accessories in there. I'm not sure if you can buy them separately, so if you want those, this might be the only way to get them. Yeah, but I'll open those later. I'll buy that later. Again, whether or not you want to buy it really depends, I think, mostly on, like, do you want the accessories? Because if you want the accessories, it's probably not too bad of a deal, because you're also getting master packs as a bonus, especially since I don't think you can get the accessories anywhere else. But I don't think you should, like, decide based on, like, whether or not you actually want the packs. Because if you only want the packs and you don't care about the accessories, I think you can get better packs elsewhere. Like the secret packs are more are better to go for there, I would say, because it's like a more limited card pool. And then for anything else that's only available in a master pack, maybe just wait until like there's a secret pack for it, if it's a bunch of archetype cards that's only available in a master pack. And like if there's only a few one-offs, maybe just craft those one-offs that you need. Like if you need Max C and that's only available in a master pack, maybe just craft the Max C. or maybe just play something else besides a Max Z until you can actually craft a Max Z or something. Yeah, that's my advice anyway. I also have to watch that Duel live, and maybe I'll do that later. Right now I'll go into solo mode. I'll do a lot of the video stuff first, which is the main event. I'll just get the main event out of the way first, which is the final duel of the solo mode, which is Ninja Genex, the Ninja archetype mixed in with the Genex archetype, and my opponent's playing the Fortune Lady archetype mixed in with the Genex archetype. So hopefully that should be pretty fun. And Fortune Lady is all about changing the attack and offense based on the level, sort of like the FA archetype, that would like race car archetype, where they like to change their level, their attack and defense based on levels as well. So it's kind of similar to that. And then they also like to banish stuff as well, like banish and come back. But and unlike the FA, like they don't really increase their levels. They pretty, I mean, a few of them may increase their levels a little bit, but I don't think they really care as much about like increasing their levels a whole bunch. They're more about like banishing themselves and coming back, or maybe a few can like banish opponent stuff and maybe have it come back later, or maybe just banish it permanently. Yeah, so yeah, and so they may increase their levels for synchro summons, but that's another thing they like to do. They want to go into their boss synchro mostly. The Fortune Lady Every, which is pretty good, which I think can banish opponent stuff. I'm not sure if it's temporarily or permanently, but yeah, that's pretty good. It might be permanently that I can banish. And then, but fortunately, special summons are immune to future visions. I think it's only when someone does a null summon when future visions take its effect. So probably a lot of special summons is the way to go if future fusions is on the field, if I can manage that. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I got the icon. I'll be going over the description for the icon after I get it. But for now, I'll play the duel. This is once again the hardest duel since it's the final duel. But it should, hopefully it goes alright, and if I have to try again, I have to try again. Yeah. But hopefully I don't have to try too many times. We'll see. Yeah, of course, Genex Undyne sending the Christian Rosenix. That's probably the best send for these decks. And that's probably the best send for my deck, too. This is cool because it can special summon itself. So you want to make sure that you special summon that. Oh, it wouldn't matter anyway since I didn't have one in graveyard, so that's fine. But yeah, you should really think about stuff like that. That's cool that, like, it's a level 5 that doesn't have very good stats. So yeah, you really want to try to special summon it, because otherwise it's just not very good with the stats that it has. So I'll go ahead and I guess I'll null summon the Genex Neutron. It also has more attack than the Undyne, which is kind of cool. And it will also allow me to add a tuner, which I kind of need a tuner because I don't have any tuners just yet. So it doesn't matter which one I attack with first, because they'll be doing the same amount of damage anyway, but I'll just attack with the Ninja first, and then I'll set Ninjutsu Art of Dancing, which will allow me to tribute off a face down defense position monster. And hello, Farad, thank you for being the first comment. Let's see, which one should I add? Maybe the Birdman. Birdman seems pretty good because I can special summon it. So that's not too bad. And then maybe I can even reuse some kind of effect. Maybe I can like return the neutron and then use the neutron while at the same time special summoning the Birdman. So now that they have a face down defense position, I can tribute off that, get rid of the monster while at the same time advancing my board state just a little more. Unfortunately, the Hanzo can only get its effect on... Well, it has an effect on Special Summon too, so I'll probably Special Summon that. That seems good. I think that's one of the better monsters to Special Summon anyway. I'll go ahead and grab... This allows me to Special Summon another one from my hand. That seems pretty good. These other ones kind of want defense position monster on the opponent's field. So I'll go ahead and add the one that doesn't care about my opponent having a monster or not. And it's also nice for the Special Summon from my hand. I think this can also Special Summon the high level monster too. The only downside is it's in face down defense. Oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Birdman. Put back the neutron so I can get its effect again. Do I really need to? Yeah, actually I should. I think it does destroy the monster, but yeah, it does send it to the graveyard, but I still think it's worth it because now I get to reuse the trap. Yeah, that should be fine. And now I can go for Kargaro. I still think that's fine. Well, I can now add the ninja back to my hand from my graveyard, so that's good. Activate the Kargaro to special summon the Geo, I would say. It's nice that the Geo is such a high defense, so even if my opponent attacks into it, they're probably not going to be able to store it very easily. Well, they want to attack into it anyway because like they know what it is and they should know how much defense it is, especially since this is a AI that I'm playing against. Actually, I think the Saizo is a way to go. Since it has some pretty good effects. This allows me to set a ninjutsu, art, spell, or trap straight from my deck. Which one is the best one? Probably not another copy of art because I probably want to get something. Maybe I want to get something that I can activate right away. This allows me to destroy a column of field, not that they have one. Actually, the ninjutsu art of shadow lets me banish a monster on my opponent's field. Yeah, that seems good. I think I'll get the shadow. I might get game right away, but so I technically can go for one of these by giving up the link. It's nice that I can like special summon these without a fusion. I don't really need to banish anything because my opponent doesn't have anything. Oh, wow, you control a face down defense, so now they can't even attack this. Actually seems really good. Oh, I can use the Geo. I don't think I want to though. I'm just gonna go into battle with these two. Oh yeah, because the Genex Ally Birdman is another ninja, so I think I'm just gonna wait. Not go into max deck right now. Just end. And I do have some pretty good traps I have set, so that's good. This can get rid of one of the defense position monsters, or this can get rid of face up monsters. So I got means for both. Looks like they're banishing something. Oh, the creating a token, that's fine. I'm gonna wait. That's not really that threatening right now. Wow, they're sending something again. Even though I feel like they should have like known I was saying the dancing. Maybe they couldn't help setting that. I don't know. No, they could have easily known some of it, but whatever. I guess they also knew I had some that could take care of face up as well. So it didn't really matter too much. Oh, that's kind of nice. I get to special summon it when it's added to my hand. But the Hanzo summons... No, the Hanzo does add. So maybe I can go for the Hanzo again. Add the one that can special summon itself. While also getting the Hidden Village effect. Doesn't really matter what chain link I do this in. Oh, I can add the one that can special summon itself. Oh wait, yes I can. That was Hidden Village effect. Yeah, that's probably the best target. And now I can add the one that special summons itself upon adding. So I'll go for Blade. Baku is what it is, sorry. And then I can special summon the Baku. And then I'll go ahead and... Ooh, I can return this one to my hand. It would get rid of the... Actually, maybe not. I think I'm just gonna return the graveyard one. Now I can go ahead and do the ninjutsu art. Oh, so tribute one and then banish a target. I guess I can just do this one. Banish this. So now my opponent once again has empty field. And I should be able to get some easy game right here. I got another neutron. Not like it really matters since I can just... I'll show you like what targets I had for this one. I feel like my best target was probably going to be that. Oh, I actually do have a few, but I'm not sure if any of them have graveyard effects. But saying ninjas aren't too bad because I can always get them back from my graveyard with the Hidden Village. So I actually had some pretty good targets. Yeah, so... I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. Let's just go battle. This is game. Cool. Now that was easy enough. My opponent did show off a few of their fortune ladies. Unfortunately, I just kept ruining their game plan by banishing all this stuff. Or attributing all this stuff. They just kept setting. I mean, the first time they didn't realize. The second time, maybe they were just trying to protect themselves from it being banished. Because I guess being tributed is better than being banished. But either way, it was getting rid of this stuff. Yeah, so this mate, the description reads, one of the Genex with the power to forge bonds. While mechanical, its movements appear to be expressive. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh yeah, and I also need to check to see if the people for the affiliate link on TCG Play has gone back to me yet. Apparently it's Impact. So I'm gonna have to see if they have gone back to me yet. And if not, maybe I should like, since it wasn't supposed to take this long. And since it's been about a week, I think, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, go ahead and like say like message them saying basically, hey, you haven't gone back to me yet, like you think you can maybe let me know or something, like of course be polite, but like in a gist, like basically so they know I'm still waiting because maybe they forgot or something. It would be nice if I get an affiliate link, because I'm thinking like that'll be nice, like not only for showing off on my YouTube channel, but maybe even in my high table group, and maybe to other friends as well. Like next time they're using TCG Player, they can just use my affiliate link instead, and then I get a kickback with that, and then I can at least start making some money somewhere. So I'll have to see. But right now, don't really have much news of that just because I haven't really checked yet. So I'll let you know the news I have as soon as I get some like official news from them, whether they accepted me or not. I guess I can also let you guys know maybe in the next video that I like. Well, no, I think maybe I can make a community post like letting you guys know that I sent out the message and hopefully I hear back from them. I'm not sure. Or maybe I think I'll just wait though until I get official news actually. Okay. And then, of course, as soon as I get the affiliate link, as soon as I know about that, as soon as I can, I'll be like start posting that in the descriptions of my newest videos, and also giving a shout out for that affiliate link within the videos themselves, within the streams themselves. Okay, now that I'm done with that, see, like that didn't take too long, so I'll go ahead and I'll do some of the missions. And then I can also show off some of the rank ladder too. Maybe that could be fun for some people who want to see that. But first I'll show off a Duel live. Maybe I'll just like skip it, because this is usually how I want to do it. This is more of just a gameplay section, what I normally do anyway. And then this way I don't have to worry about doing it later. Oh, trap tricks. Okay, so this person's playing trap tricks, but I think I'm just gonna surrender or end. My bad. And you still get credit. I never really click on this. I still like just going over to here. Honestly, I kind of forgot that they had this new Duel Live section. Okay, so some of the other missions, some of the daily missions that they have, yeah, once again I have 6, so I need to get done with at least 1. It looks like I have Link, Special Summoning, Normal Summoning, Exceed Summoning. Winning a duel should be pretty easy, so I can do that. And if I get some other missions done alongside it, that's cool. Oh yeah, the 2024 Life Points mission is still open, by the way. For those of you that still haven't gotten that done, remember the easiest way to get done would be to play a bunch of burn cards, and there are quite a few good budget burn cards for this event, since you don't have to inflict too many life points in order to kill off your opponent. And if you want, you could play Hain of Water to as a counter against other burn decks, but I'm not sure how important it is, once again, because you're probably going to be losing pretty quick if you don't want to play the Hain of Water. And playing Hain of Water just like keeps you from being able to go all out on the burn, which probably doesn't matter too much anyway, but I didn't really like to do it. I didn't want to really play a bunch of Hain of Water. I didn't really care too much. I'd rather play more consistency pieces anyway, or my burn cards, I think, would be the way to go. Okay, so Stratos. I'll go ahead and I should probably do infinite impermanence with the Stratos, because I can always Ash Blossom like a spell or something. And this will also negate it if my opponent tries resummoning it back later in the turn. Unlike with the Ash Blossom, which only stops the very first search of the Stratos. See, now the Ash Blossom can stop the reinforcement, whereas the infinite impermanence wouldn't have been able to. I think maybe I will. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I can stop the reinforcement. Okay, so I stopped 2. Now I'm out of hand traps though. Okay, well that was probably the way to go because like my opponent didn't have much left there. Just had to set something and then end. So I'll go ahead and start off the turn by activating emergency teleport. Oh yeah, by the way, just curious, if anyone wants to answer this, like anyone who may be like just watching and want to come in, like how long did you stay up until last night? I'm talking about for New Year's Eve. I stayed up until 1, which I guess isn't like too late. It's not bad. I didn't want to. I don't like staying up late normally, but I just happened to stay up till 1, so maybe next year I won't stay up as long because maybe I'll be doing stuff at home instead. I had to be out last night though. My family wanted to be out, so. But it's fine. Luckily I was able to catch up on that time by getting some extra sleep. Not usually the best at getting extra sleep, but I was able to. I'm not really too into naps either. You know what? I should have added the gamma burst. My bad. I'll go into Gigantic Sprite now before this reaches a 5th summon, in case my opponent has a Nabil. That would be good. Might as well not even go for the Evil Twins right now, because they can only activate their effects on an empty board of mine. This isn't the 5th summon. Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I can't really like read that symbol very well. If you want to maybe give a translation of what your name says in English, you can feel free if you like. I'm sorry, I don't really want to butcher that. But thank you for stopping by and leaving a comment. That's always appreciated. Oh, I'm from Arizona. That's why I always go by Arizona time when I'm talking about when I'm gonna be starting streams. Yeah, and fun fact, Arizona and Hawaii are the only 2 United States with their own time zone. So that's pretty interesting. So at least Arizona is not the only U.S. state that has its own time zone. So there's that. Yeah, so my opponent... Oh yeah, my opponent stopped my Gigantic Sprite. And also decreased the attack of Sprite Jet. Oh, nice to meet you. Algeria. I've never been there. I want to go to Mexico for that Nickelodeon resort place. That seems fun. It has a lot of Nick themed stuff. I think it's like mostly a water park, but it also has like big SpongeBob themed drinks and other Nick themed drinks, and has like a cool Nick themed resort hotel within it as well that I want to be staying in. No, I'm sorry, not exactly. If you want to like talk a little bit about it, talk about what Algeria is known for, or like what foods it's known for, that's fine. I wouldn't mind learning more about it. I'm gonna go for a Sprite Elf here. At least I can get some of the mission, even if I can't win, I can get some of the mission progress up. Does my opponent have something? Oh yeah, I guess they can technically Nimbio me now because I was able to get the summon off the Gigantic, which stinks. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've definitely heard of Africa. They're known for a lot of wildlife, I think. I know there's a bunch of animals from Africa. There's a few dangerous spiders found in Africa too. In parts of Africa. I'll go ahead and summon this Sprite Blue, even though I can't get the effect. This can at least continue my plays a little bit. Oh, nice to meet you, Mohammed. My name is just my channel name. I didn't really feel like changing it, so it's just Joshua. So that's what I go by in real life as well. Maybe I'll like make a more unique channel name later on, but right now I didn't want to get make it too complicated. I'll go ahead and do the open them all because I lost my chance to activate the Gigantic Sprite. So I'll go ahead and go for the open them all. Activate the effect. I can get rid of the Stratos. Unless they have an Nimbio. Please no Nimbio. Maybe I should have stopped. Okay, good. No Nimbio. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and banish the Stratos again for more damage. I know there's a way to set up like these like stream payments, but I'm not sure if you need to reach a certain amount of subscribers first in order to do it, to get the super chats feature unlocked. I know I can't set up ads until I reach 1,000 subscribers, so I still have a ways to go there. But yeah, I'm not sure about the other things like the super chats and the super thanks with the comments. I'm going to end here. I guess it's not too bad setting up the increase. I still at least have one way to disrupt them. Hitting that Gigantic Sprite really helped stop a lot of my best plays. Maybe I can try to see if I can like look into the super chat thing for my live streams. But yeah, I definitely want to try to get an affiliate link for a TCG plan. So if I can get that, that'll be nice. That'll be a start. But yeah, thanks for telling me more about your hometown, Mohammed. Oh, I guess I could talk a little bit about Arizona. You know what? I forgot to talk a little bit about Arizona. I should repay the favor. So, for those of you who aren't aware about Arizona, we have some nice stuff. Like, we have the Grand Canyon, which is pretty big. That's a pretty big tourist spot. Grand Canyon. I don't really see it much myself. I think I've seen it maybe at least once, though. I'm not too sure. But yeah, Grand Canyon's pretty big in Arizona. We are definitely known for not having snow. So if you don't really like snow, maybe you could like come to Arizona during the winter time. So you don't have to like worry about snow. I think that's also big with California though too. So it's definitely not just Arizona. But we also have some cool things like a tumbleweed tree, which people decorate by making it spray painting the tumbleweeds white. I think that's how they do it. I haven't seen that yet. Yeah, and it's also pretty big. Like, they do a pretty good job with it, I'd imagine. Yeah, and yeah, so that's a few things. We also have some things like illumination, which I'm not sure is in other states, but maybe. We have like 2 different illumination spots now, which is kind of cool. One of them maybe not as popular right now among the crowds as the other, but I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. It had different stuff, like it was honoring the troops, which was kind of nice. I think it had different music as well, which was nice. So it's definitely worth going to both if you want to go to both. I think I messed up. I shouldn't have done that. But actually, maybe I should special summon this so they can't get it. And then I can go ahead and do the Odin Babal. Oh, that was the end of the turn. I didn't even notice. Okay, but now I should be able to get a pretty easy game here. And then I can, at the very least, get the Winter Duel mission done, which is all I really needed to get done. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and activate the Smashers first. Get rid of the back row, and then I can use the Odin Babal to get rid of the Stratos. The cool thing about the Smashers is that it doesn't target. And if anyone else wants to know any other information about Arizona, you can feel free to let me know. I've been here most of my life, so I know quite a bit about it. And if anyone else wants to give me some facts about the hometown or about anything else that they find interesting, feel free. Any extra chatting definitely helps with me coming up with interesting stuff to talk about. Yeah, I guess I can do the elf. And then now I don't have to banish the jet. I can just banish the gamma instead. I'm pretty sure this is game though. I don't know what much my opponent can do at this point. Now that I actually do have the Gamma Burst as well. Now I can just banish the increase. I'll just banish the increase. And then I'll just go into... Okay, or my opponent concedes, that's fine. Okay. Well, good game, opponent. My opponent did put up a little bit of fight. Heroes can be pretty cool. And they're actually pretty good. Like, with all their support, there's so much support for heroes. Like, they're not too bad of a deck, I would say. But I never did end up playing the deck. That's one of the anime decks that I didn't end up playing. I also didn't play with the new Gate Guardian support either. So yeah, now I have 4 missions, so I'm good there. I'll go ahead and do the celebration bundle now. And maybe I can talk about another Goosebumps the next episode for Goosebumps, where I go over the differences between that and the series. Okay, so here we go. So you get, it's cost 2024, so once again, they're going along with the 2024 theme. Maybe I shouldn't have skipped it, but this is what I also get. I get the card case and the Onikokuji wallpaper. At the start of the new year, draw lots as a test of luck. The children excite with their fortune but all the unfortunate man got was disappointment. Oh yeah, I guess not everyone celebrates New Year's at the same time too, so hopefully I didn't really offend people about that. But yeah, I know that like not everyone necessarily celebrates New Year's at the exact same time. But yeah, if you want to let me know about what you do there, you can, or what you're planning to do for your equivalent of New Year's, you can feel free. At least I think that's how it works. Anyway, so here's what I got. I got Ptolemaeus, which is a pretty good generic level 4, rank 4 at least. This can help get you into a few good specific exceeds. I forget what the best exceeds to summon with this card are, but yeah, you definitely have a few options. A few different options depending on what kind of matchup you're up against with that card. And then Magician, this is a little bit more specific. You have to be running Magician Pendulums, but if you are running that, maybe it's a worthwhile card to summon. Not exactly sure if that's the best Magician card ever. And then I got a few Prediction Princess. This is really good for dinos, so how many of that do I have? That's 1. Okay. And then Harmonious Bullfighter Bard. I guess this is kind of a Chaos card. G Golem. I got 4 of this card now. Wow. I think you want to play at least 2. Especially like if you don't want all your copies getting banished off of an opposing unicorn. Cashier unicorn. Phantom Knight's a Breaksword, Brotherhood, and then Horse. So a few different archetypal cards, or like these can be played in like other decks as well. This one's not too generic. I mean, too specific, but it's not too generic either. Sophia can act as like a hand trap. Oh wait, no, Sophia's not the one that can act as a hand trap. It's a different one. I know there's a ritual that I think kind of reminds me of this card that can act as a hand trap to help protect some of your plays. I think it is. Hey, Jadrenka. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Try my best. Swiss Scarecrow, pretty good back in the day, but not so good now. Pretty good with stun decks when you were playing the 20-turn final countdown. And I always like to like think of the song whenever I'm talking about that final countdown song. I mean card, you know. Hopefully you know what song I'm talking about. It's the final countdown. On ladder, I mostly just stick with sprites, variants of sprites, because I want to be able to include the Frog Engine. And sprites are one of the best decks to include the Frog Engine in. So I'm doing right now I'm just doing a variant of Live Twin Sprites where I actually include the Frog Engine, which isn't too hard to include since it's only 3 cards, that Frog Engine. It's just Dupe, Swap, and Ronin. And you want the Dupe as an extra way to summon the Ronin. I know sometimes I'm giving up a negate by summoning the Swap off of the Gigantic instead of like a Sprite Red or a Carrot, but I just want to be able to include the Swap Engine and be able to like go into I can at least go into extra plays that way. Maybe even set up both the Live Twin Engine, the Live Twin Links, and the IP Masquerena play. In case they try to Raigeki me, I actually have a way to deal with that by summoning, going into the Link Force Live Twin that allows me to get out both of the live twins for my graveyard. So it's like a Raigeki, doesn't really even matter. It does kind of sink if they like activate a lightning storm and then target my back row though. Because I don't really have very many negates. I might not have a negate for that. But yeah, I like that deck. Oh yeah, I was just playing against the hero player in the rank ladder. I start off the duel by negating both the Stratos and the reinforcement that my opponent tried to play. And I forgot to add the OTK spell enabler, so I gave my opponent an extra turn. But luckily, I was still able to win. The OTK spell enabler for sprites, which is the one that boosts the attack, boosts all of my all the level 2, rank 2, link 2 monsters attack by 1400. So I got an Inishi here, Spiral Gear Drone. Yeah, this one's good for Karakar. You definitely want to play this if you're playing Karakar. You definitely want to play the Drone if you're playing Spiral. Oh, you're trying to learn to play Dragon Link and Despia? I don't really know too much about those decks, Dragon Link and Despia. I guess I can, if I can give some advice, Dragon Link's pretty good if you also include some of the Chaos cards. Some people do like playing the Chaos cards in Dragon Link, I think, because like a lot of the best dragons are going to be light and or dark, so that's not too bad. And they do have a few cards that where they can't be normal summoners set, so Chaos Space can help grab a few of those good dragons. And then for Despia, they have a pretty good spell that like can make it so that your opponent can't interrupt fusions, and also super polymerization is a good add, I would say, for Despia, since a lot of their since at least one of the materials for their fusions are pretty generic, only requiring like a light or dark. Yeah, that's a good add in the Bestials as well, since they're already dragons. You might even be able to include the like a Bestial engine inside of that too, because that would be pretty good. And you're banishing quite a bit, so that one Bestial card that like has an effect whenever a card is banished, allowing you to either shuffle, I think it's shuffle back in a banished card, could be good for shuffling back in not only your cards but also your opponent's cards, which maybe some people might not think about all the time. But yeah, like it definitely has that versatility, which is nice. That it's one of the Bestial's continuous spell cards that can be searched off of the main boss monster Bestial. So this one allows you to special summon a monster card of a spell or trap. I'm not sure how good that is. I don't think people play that very much. There's an advanced crystal beast. I'm not sure how popular these advanced crystal beasts are compared to just playing with the regular crystal beast. But yeah, I know Scareclaw Cashier isn't bad. I'm not sure if Cashiers play a lot, but I know I think Cashier plays less copies, but they still play at least one, while the Scareclaw I think plays 2 copies. I think that's how it goes. Scareclaws, I know, definitely like this card. Since it gives an extra summon. Boss Rush, not bad in the BES deck. Book of Eclipse, probably better as a side deck card. I guess like with if Cashier was to be running around a whole bunch, it could be pretty good. But I think it's running around less, so maybe not as good. But still not a bad pickup if in case Cashier does become a big threat again, or some other deck that has like one really good boss monster. It's also good if you're using Ninja, since you can put the opponent's monsters face down, and then you can you have a bunch of stuff that can deal with like face down fence position monsters in Ninjas. so it's not bad there either. And then Galaxy Cyclone can destroy set spells or traps. Not that good. It's also a normal spell. You kind of want to have like back removal on like either like just mass wipe or a quick play back removal, so you can like remove stuff during your opponent's turn, like in case they like activate like a really aggressive field spell or continuous spell, or like getting rid of like a trap before the opponent can actually activate it. Megaloid City, I'm sure this is pretty good in Roids. Yeah, since it's a searcher. Hieratic Seal of Creation. Pretty good in Hieratic, I imagine, maybe? Oh yeah, Dispatcher Rots. Yeah, I think this one's one of the cards that was being played in the burn deck just to fill out extra deck space in the 2024 Life Point event. And then Evil Swarm Nightmare. Yeah, these are a bunch of the rares now, so I think I'm going to talk about these last. But a few of these are notable, like the Exorcister. I think people might play that one too. Yeah, a lot of these are like pretty. Yeah, Necro is not bad. Gungmir is probably not bad. Firestar probably not too bad. Oh, there's a this used to be a really good Chaos card, but it got eroded where you can't activate anything else the turn you activate this card's effects, which really stinks. But like some people still do play this as like the last card they do, because at least before you can still activate cards, it's just after you can't activate anything else. But yeah, that's one of the more riskier Chaos cards that has a pretty good payoff if you can make it work. Yeah, but does send everything on the field as well, which kind of stinks. It's kind of hard to make it work, but like I know some people try. It's only a rare too, so it's not like you're giving up much CP in order to craft it if you want to try it out in like some kind of chaos deck or in that. I don't think Dry Link would play it, but I'm not sure. Maybe Dry Link would play it because like they have that searcher for dragons at least. And then here's a few of the other cards as well. I got a Glossy, that's pretty nice. Files of Doomsday. And if you want to like look at the effects a little bit better, you can feel free to pause. I got a Egyptian God support card. It's kind of cool that it can fit in that Blaze Accelerator archetype as well, since it can count as a Blaze Accelerator card. Not sure how many people have combined that with the Blaze Accelerator deck, but that could be cool. Yeah, and then this one also used to be really good back in the day, back when it didn't have an Armada, since it allowed you to just immediately get a spell out of your graveyard as soon as it was special summon. So people would like to special summon it. Maybe they could get something like, I think it still had a hard once per turn, but like just being able to immediately get a spell out, even just once, like it's pretty good, since like people would be able to find ways of like being able to easily special summon out and then getting a really big spell card out of the graveyard. But yeah, now you can only activate Dark Magician of Chaos during the end phase, so it's a little too slow for today's metagame. But yeah, if it was immediate, it would probably still see play. And then there's a few other cards. I got a few more Glossies. Flamvel Baby, Drac one. And then Nachoya. I'm not sure if Nachoya Runic is still a deck that is being played in Macedol. I know the Runic deck is kind of being hit a little bit hard, like and got hit once again, so I'm not sure if it's warranted or not, but like they're really the devs of this game are really going hard against Runic, which kind of stinks. Luckily I was able to play Runic when it was at full power in this game, and I pretty much am tired of it now because it's a really slow deck. It's a really slow deck. And that's probably one of the main reasons why Konami doesn't like it. They want the Master Duel to be a little faster, and so if someone's playing Runix to try to slow the game down, that kind of doesn't feel good. Especially with all the people wanting Master Duel duels to go quick. Like maybe they don't have a lot of time, they want to rank up quick, and then they have to face a Runic. It's like, ah, man, should I just concede because it's going to slow the game down so much? I don't really mind that too much, I guess. I don't think I face Runix very much. I don't really go too high up in the ladder nowadays anyway, though. But yeah, maybe I could do like a little bit of a ladder grind maybe in the live stream, in the next official live stream if you guys want. I'm not sure exactly what day it will be yet, but I can let you know closer to when it is. And I'll also be putting a poll out for what game I should play besides Master Duel for the other official live stream. I'll be doing a poll of like 5 specific games. Okay, so now that I'm done with the pack, I'm gonna talk about the next Goosebumps. The difference between the book and the show. Let's see, what is the next Goosebumps I have? Let's see. Here's the list. So I think the last one I did was Let's Get Invisible. So here we go. Now I'm on Night of the Living Dummy. This is kind of an easy one because Night of the Living Dummy, it doesn't have a screen adaptation like a short or like a film adaptation, as you may put it. Yeah, so there's not really a series to compare it to, but I can still compare it to a fan-made adaptation. I did see a fan-made adaptation, and maybe if like people request it, I can put the I can put that in the comments. Like if someone comments that they want to see the fan-made adaptation. Oh, first I'll answer this though. What was the first deck you played in Master Duel? Mine was Numeron. The first deck I played in Master Duel, I think it was Paleozoic Frogs, because I've played Paleozoic Frogs for quite a bit in the regular game, in the regular TCG. This was back when Totally Awesome was still unbanned. Man, that sucks that it had to be banned, but at least I have the mate as a way to honor it. But yeah, my first deck was Paleozoic Frogs. I think it was I think I basically just borrowed sort of the deck off of like a website though. But I think I did add a few of my own cards. I tried a few variants of Paleozoic Frogs as well. I think the first variant I tried was just a simple 40 card Paleozoic Frog variant with a lot of the good Paleozoic traps. Like 3 Canadia, I think it's 2 or 3 Dynamiscus. I think I did 2, and then 3 of the Paleozoic trap that destroyed a Speller trap when it was activated. And so, and then that was also back when the frogs, I think they were all at 3. So I think all the good frogs were also all at 3. The Swat Frog, the Doof Frog, and the Ronin Totem. I think they were all at 3. This was back before Sprites came, though. Once Sprites came, I wanted to like get into the Sprite Frog variant. Yeah, so I decided to later on switch into a Paleozoic Frog variant that was playing Grass Looks Greener back when it was at 3, so it milled a bunch of the cards out of my deck. I had a bunch of traps that like could activate effects from the graveyard, stuff like the Breakthrough skill, that there were a few other traps alongside the Paleozoic traps, and of course the frogs were pretty good to get in the graveyard, especially if I could get one of my 2 Ronin Tonans, at least one of my 2 Ronin Tonans in the graveyard alongside a few frogs. And then I could start up a special summoning chain with that. And then I would try to go into Totally Awesome as quick as possible, like kind of like boosting the speed at which I get out Totally Awesome a little bit faster. That was back when Grass Looks Greener was at 3. But yeah, now I think it's at 1. I think Grass Looks Greener is at 1 now, and I think people are still trying to make it work. But yeah, now I'm kind of like away from there and just playing more sprite builds. But yeah, I did try building Numeron. I did try building Numeron for a festival. Numeron's a pretty fun, just fast OTK style deck. You can definitely go a lot more ways now. I think they added some new cards to help with Numeron being able to like go first even. If they can't OTK that turn, but they can set up some defensive options. So yeah, Numeron's pretty fun. And no, I don't think it was ever available when that one Utopia monster was available. The one that, oh wait, no, I think it was also like that in the Master Duel, where like both the Utopia monster that stopped activations of stuff, and also the other Numeron stuff was available. So yeah, that was kind of annoying, but I think they banned that now too. Which is probably good for the best, because they also have that ban in the TCG as well. I forget what it's called though. The one that stops spells or traps. Or no, I think it stops all activations during the opponent's turn. And then I think if your opponent tried negating it, you could just activate that effect again, and they can't. And then the opponent can't just get rid of that monster because like it's a lingering effect, which is pretty annoying. So yeah, just like the True King of that True King seed, I think was also there as well with the virtual world. Was that available in Master Duel for a time? I know Wrongaminion was another annoying seed that was available in Master Duel for a time. Anyway, I'll go through the Goosebumps episode now, which is the Night of the Living Dummies. So I'll compare it to the fan-made content. So if anyone hasn't seen the fan-made content, maybe you could just actually, maybe I can go through the outro a little bit now, and then I can go through it afterwards. And anyone who hasn't watched the fan-made content and wants to try before I talk about it, you can feel free. But I'll go through the outro now. Maybe I can like do this at, yeah, maybe I'll just count the yeah, I think I'll just count the special pack opening, which was this one, as the pack opening that I did, and I'll just have the Goosebumps be last. So once again, if you do enjoy my content, and thank you for all the people who did comment, who did leave comments on the live stream, and I hope a few people can even like leave comments down below afterwards. I would certainly appreciate that as well. And I might try to set up a few ways that you can like help support me financially if I can. I'll try to figure out something. But yeah, I'm not sure how YouTube relegates the different ways of being able to give money to streamers or to channels. I'm gonna have to look into that. I also look a little bit more into getting the TCG Player affiliate link as well. Look a little more into that. But yeah, anyway, if anyone has enjoyed my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And consider ringing that notification bell for the videos that you enjoy the most, or just everything, or just none, and you can always change your mind later if I do end up posting about a game that you think you will enjoy. I'm not ending the stream just yet. I'm talking about Goosebumps, and if anyone wants me to do anything else, you can feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably end it pretty much after the Goosebumps. So the next one here is, so Night of the Living Dummy. So the fan-made adaptation. So if anyone doesn't want to listen to this, they can feel free to go away for a few minutes, or maybe mute, if you don't want any spoilers for the fan-made adaptation, that's fine. But for the rest of you, so the Night of the Living Dummy fan-made adaptation, I think the dad might have actually been a little bit nicer versus like him in the book, which was kind of a nice change, I guess. Because sometimes people say that like the parents aren't always the best when it comes to Goosebumps books. They don't always know all of the proper parenting, which I'm not sure is always true or not. Sometimes they don't even really show up all that much, or they don't really show up until the very end. I noticed that not even every Goosebumps book even has a dog either. But yeah, the fan-made adaptation, it still at least had all the characters in it, like, which was nice. And it makes sense that like when you're fan-made, I think you would try to include all of the characters. It even had all the friends too. It had the guy that was a friend and the girl that was a friend. So it had both of them, which I know sometimes for the more official Goosebumps film adaptations, they don't always include all of them. So it was nice that we saw all the characters. But yeah, it didn't end. Like the person said they tried making it full, but they couldn't get it full because I'd imagine it really is hard, especially if it's just fan-made and you don't have as much of a budget to put into it. So that was kind of sad. So because it wasn't finished, it was less of like looking at like a dummy coming to life and more like just basically telling of two sisters who both wanted to be ventriloquists and were kind of just competing with each other. It made it seem more like that, like more like in the realm of non-fiction. I'm not sure how the person would have been able to make it look like the dummy had come to life, but I guess we won't know unless the guy does another episode. But yeah, so a few changes were that. Oh, I think that one sister, I think said like, instead of blaming, I don't think she thought like that sister thought that the Chris. I think in the book, when the stuff spilled out of the fridge, all that food and stuff spilled out of the fridge, she didn't like try to claim it. Oh, it was a dummy. It was a dummy. Like, instead she was thinking like, oh, it must have been the dog. So it was more realistic. It was more realistic blaming, and so the mom, as a result, didn't get nearly as mad. And also, I liked how in the book, the mom actually read a Stephen King. Like, that was kind of cool that Al Stein brings up other kinds of horror books in his books. And maybe like he brought up Garage Sales in the Mummy's Tomb book. So that was kind of nice. I like that. That wasn't included in the fan-made adaptation though. Also, like, the prize, like, I'm not sure if they really, like, mention a prize for the talent show in the book, but, like, the prize in the fan-made adaptation was, like, getting to hear a made-up star, which I'm guessing, since he made it back in the day, the narrator, the person who created this fan-made adaptation, like, I'm guessing that was him back in the day, because he was a lot younger It was a lot younger boy. I think I remember who it was. I think it was like something like Aussie Goosebumps fan, something like that. If you want to try to look up the channel for the fan-made Goosebumps adaptation, you can also just look up Night of the Living Dummy fan-made adaptation if you'd like. It shouldn't be too hard because like it won't get in the way of the official, because there's no part 1 Night of the Living Dummy. I like that that the series did own up to it though. They made it easy by just saying like, hey, there's no Night of the Living Dummy, so we're not gonna name an episode Night of the Living Dummy Part 1. We're just going straight to go to the very first Night of the Living Dummy episode is going to be called Night of the Living Dummy Part 2, and then the next one after that is going to be Night of the Living Dummy Part 3. So they didn't make it confusing. I like that the creators of the show just straight up owned it, that they didn't have a Night of the Living Dummy Part 1. That was nice. So I think that's pretty much it talking about it. If anyone else like has any anything they want to say about Night of the Living Dummy, whether the book adaptation or the fan-made adaptation, feel free to say. What I'm gonna say, what I didn't really like about the book, one thing I didn't like, because I did say a few things I did like, but if I have to say one thing I didn't like about the fan-made or the book, I guess one thing I didn't like about the fan-made, that was like kind of more grounded in reality. I kind of like it when like the Goosebumps isn't grounded in reality, like it's not supposed to be. I felt like kind of made it like the fan-made adaptation was too grounded in reality. I know that would have been difficult, but like that's one of the things I like about the series, that they're at least able to make it more fictional because they have more of the budget to do so. Even back in the day, even without like all the graphics, they at least make it seem like, yeah, this is fictional, this is a fictional world, and this is supposed to be a little scary. Like, I don't think it was nearly as scary because it was more grounded in reality. And then one thing I didn't really like about the book, I guess once again, like maybe the parents could have handled it better. Like I know in one scene of the book, the mom was like, work it out yourself. Maybe she could have like at least tried a little bit harder to comfort them or something. I feel like you don't want to say like, hey, just work out yourself. I feel like that's kind of like giving up, and you don't really want to do that as a parent, I would think. But yeah, so the parenting skills could probably just be a bit better in the book. Anything else I didn't like about the book? I felt like it was pretty good. Like as usual, they do explain a lot, which is nice. And I like how once again I like the inclusion of Stephen King, even though it was just mentioned for a quick scene. I did like that was mentioned. I don't think Stein even point out which Stephen King it was. Just the fact that she was reading a Stephen King novel. Okay, so that's going to do it for the Goosebumps. Again, if anyone wants to add anything to that. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the verse discussion. I need to go over that. So, as a reminder, the verse reads, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth." That's the very first verse of the very first chapter of the Bible. Genesis 1:1. So yeah, this is just talking about how God, basically straightforward, but a lot of people get this confused. They think like, oh, there's all these scientific theories, but no, it's not that. It's Jesus. You should understand, it's Jesus. It's not the Big Bang. It's not creation theory. He also created all of the animals. It doesn't have to do with science. It has to do with Jesus. And some people, and a lot of people get that confused. I know this is a very controversial topic, but if you believe the Bible, you don't want to be believing in the Big Bang. Like, I mean, it's fascinating, but if you believe in the Bible, like, you can't really believe in both the Bible and the Big Bang. You can't really believe in both the Bible and the evolution theory. You kind of have to just believe in one or the other. Otherwise, it's kind of just conflicting. They're both just conflicting. So yeah, so that's kind of cool, though, that, like, God created everything. It was really cool that He created everything, and it didn't matter to Him how long it took. I know it says, 6 days, but, like, that was, like, but, like, that was before anyone came on the earth, so it could have been a while, it could have been maybe not that long. It's never a very long time for Jesus, though, because he doesn't really go based off of, like, human time. And so he knew what to create. He knew how to make it look good, which was nice. And then he eventually stopped by creating, the final things he created was, first man, and then once he saw that man was a little bit lonely, he created woman. So, taking a part out of man to create woman, which is why man is including woman, which is also really cool. That was something that Adam came up with, though. And then it was cool that Jesus allowed Adam to name all the animals, give up a little bit of control by allowing Adam to name all the animals. That was nice of him. So yeah, I don't think there's really much lessons. I did say what I thought about the verse. Not sure how it could, like, if this, like, necessarily applies as much to, like, as a very specific part of a person's life, but, like, it is nice to, like, know the information based on what the Bible gives. It's still nice to know the truth based on what the Bible says as truth, which, if you believe in Jesus, you should believe all of this as truth. So even just these more informational verses are still important to think about. Because it helps, like, you to realize, like, this is the truth. What science says is not the truth. If we believe in Jesus, then not everything science says is going to be the truth. And maybe that, like, helps you to, like, question, like, well, maybe science isn't necessarily correct on, like, some of these other topics, so maybe instead of always looking to science for the answer, maybe we should look first at the Bible. Not to say that science is always wrong, but it's good to look at the Bible and see what that says. So if anyone wants to say anything else about Genesis 1:1, you can feel free. You can also do it within the pinned comment that I'll be leaving down, where and if you want to talk about a different verse, you can feel free to talk about a different verse as well. If anyone wants to say any last remarks or has any other questions, you can feel free to ask them now. I think I'm going to be ending this in about a minute, though. If anyone wants to meet me to do anything else, you can feel free. As a reminder. So now I only have 4 missions left, so that's really good. You want to have less than 6 on a day, because, like, and of course if it says, like, 21 hours, then you pretty much need to just get all the missions done also. Just go away and then be replaced by the missions for the new month. And here's some of the lifetime missions I got done too. Yeah, so I got a few of the secret missions unlocked as well. So anyone who's curious about what some of the secret missions are, this one is about placing spell counters. I forget how I started this mission. Yeah, I still don't have the one for diamond, but I don't know if I'll ever get it. I don't really care too much. Banishing cards. Is there any more secret missions I have? I guess not. Oh well. I do have a few complete. Yeah, and then discovery. Oh yeah! And I still need to get this MD mission complete at some point where I tribute summon a monster. I still need to tribute summon monster. I can actually do the test though. I guess I'll do the test. I'll do the test. So if anyone wants to like look away, feel free. What's the name of this card? I know it's Goblin Thief. This was one of the more popular cards in the 2024 Life Point event. Let's see. Number 2. What's the name of this card? It's Bannerman Solar. Pretty good card in Thunder Dragons. And then, which monster can sometimes be seen when opening a pack in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master? What? Oh, it's one of the Utopics. Or it could be this one. I guess I'll go with that because that's not Utopic. It's Utopic. Oh yeah, it is Utopic Future Slash. Now I remember. What is the name of this card? I think it's Decoy Squad because they have a... Yeah, because they have like a little log in the back. Oh wait, no, that's... I don't know why I was thinking. In the glory of the Gladiator Beast in Solomon, what is said to happen when the fervor in the Colosseum reaches its peak? The Gladiator Beast unleashed? Yes! Woo. I had to guess at that one too. Woo, I cleared. 4 out of 5, not too bad. And I don't think the explanations are gonna be saying much. Yeah, see, this one just says all of the other names. So this one was Goblin of Greed. That's what Goblin of Greed is. Scrounging Goblin. And then Peeking Goblin. Most of these aren't too good, but like Goblin Thief can be pretty good sometimes if you're playing Burn, I guess. It also gains you a few life points, which is kind of nice. And then the next answer, so they're just showing off all the other cards. So this was the correct one, Solar. Pretty good for Thunder Dragons because all of the Thunder Dragons are Thunders, and you get to send one straight from the deck to the graveyard. And if you have if you have like Dimensional Fissure, you get to send it to the Banish Zone, which is nice because they like to be banished. But they also don't mind going to the graveyard. So yeah. But yeah, that's another thing, like if you like also have shift, if you also activate Shifter, you can do that. And then Charger is the other one, Fuel Cell, and then these I'm mainly just using the Battery Man. The Solar is the only one that was actually used in a different deck other than Battery Man. Or like, that I can remember. And then Goblin Decoy Squad, these other ones were Goblin Elite Attack Force. I think this one was pretty good back in the day. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Pretty good back in the day just because it had high attack. Goblin Marauding Squad. This actually has fairly low attack for one of those Goblin Squad cards. But it still has the same downside. It trades off for an effect, but I think you'd rather just have the higher attack without that extra effect. Goblin Pothole Squad. Trap cards can't be activated. Huh. I guess this is a counter to Trap Tricks technically, but I feel like they're just better counters. Like Red Reboot just stops every trap. I'm not sure if that's still available in this game though. In Master Lane. It might still be available at 1. And then, yeah, and then literally they just say the Gladiator Beast Unleashed. So they just say the answer as the explanation too. Or I guess like answers or explanations, so that's fitting, but I guess they don't need much of an explanation. It just always seems kind of silly, like all of the answers / explanations are pretty much just the answers. They didn't really seem to have a drawn out explanation ever. Yeah, I still need to tribute summon something, so hopefully I can do that. I might just have to play a different deck just to get that tribute summon mission done. Anyway, bye everyone. Thanks all once again who commented. Thanks all who came to the live stream, even if you did comment. I appreciate that you came. Okay, so that's gonna do it for the live stream. I hope you all enjoyed, and I wish you all a happy new year. Hope it goes well, and if your last year didn't go so well, I hope this year goes better. There's always a new year to look forward to, and that can go for your spiritual life or just your regular life in general. Oh yeah, and I'm going to be starting a class in just a few weeks now too. So it's going to be my last class before I get a certificate. So hopefully I can get to a job pretty soon as well, like using some of the suggested resources I have, like Indeed or Monster as another one, or LinkedIn. I can check out. I think I'm going to check out Indeed or LinkedIn first though. But first I need to complete this next class, which is going to be JavaScript. And it's going to be less of a go to class and more of like just like an online sort of thing where like you may be able to like watch videos of lectures more than the teacher setting up Zoom meetings for lectures, or like whatever service that's GCC likes to use. Yeah, anyway, I'll be seeing you all in hopefully I'll be seeing a lot of you in Friday's episode, which will be another Let's Play. And I hope you guys are really liking the new custom thumbnails I'm doing as well. Hopefully they look good. If you want to give me any advice on anything to do with my videos, then feel free. I don't mind that. I don't mind any constructive criticism, as long as you don't as long as you keep it family friendly is all I ask. And if anyone would like to subscribe so they can so that I will give them a shout out, you can feel free to subscribe and then comment down your channel and I can give you a shout out of your channel. Just please explain your channel a bit, say if it's family friendly or not, stuff like that. I do have it more laid out down in the comments if you need information about what you should do when promoting yourself or another channel. If you're promoting another channel though, I would like them to, like whoever the creator of that channel is, to subscribe though. If you want to promote a channel, me to promote a channel other than yours. Okay, anyway, bye everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed this Let's Play. And I'll see you all on, hopefully I see a lot of you on Friday. Bye.